What's up, everyone? This is Trust No One. Welcome to my channel. Anyways, so why I ended up buying a Toyota Tundra? Well, it goes way back. First when I started driving, I was into Hondas. My first car was a 92 Honda Accord, white one. At the time, low riding was in. I ended up lowering it, putting some 13-inch triple gold spokes on it with some white walls. Rolled that for a few years. It was pretty clean. I liked it. Then after a few years, it got kind of old. The Euro trend started coming in. So then I changed the wheels to some 17-inch wheels on some 40s. Rode that for a while. Ended up selling the vehicle to my brother. Um, my next car was a 99 Civic Si, a red one. It was sick. I just lowered it on the stock SIs. I added an intake and exhaust to it. System. But that got stolen a few times. That car ended up getting stolen a third time, and this time they took the whole vehicle and stole the wheels. They dropped it in front of a construction site just on the floor. Tore off my front bumper. Left the car running. I get a call from the police department saying, yeah, we got your car over here. It's on the floor running, and it's blocking a construction site. We need to tow it. And I was like, nah, man, I got the wheels. I got some spare wheels. Hold up. I'll go come down there right now. They said, nah, we got to move it. It's blocking a construction site. So they ended up towing it to a tow yard, putting it on a flatbed, towing it to a tow yard. So I grabbed the wheels. I went down to the tow yard, went to go pick it up. Put the wheels on it, drove it to my body shop. Then the body shop gets back to me like a day or two later and says, hey, we're going to total the car. And I'm like, what? They're going to total it? He's like, yeah. And I was like, I thought it just needed some wheels and a bumper. And I guess when they drug it on the flatbed, they ruined the cross member. So he told me, yeah, even if we weld that thing back on, the way you drive, it's not going to last. So ended up totaling that. And then with the money with that, I ended up buying a truck for my brother. At the time he's working construction. At the time he had a company vehicle. So he wasn't driving his truck anymore. So he's like, yeah, I'll sell you my truck. So I picked up his truck. I think it was if I'm not mistaken, I think it was a 2001 Frontier, Nissan Frontier. I think it was a 2001. But yeah, it was nice. It was white. Had the gunmetal gray rims on it. It looked sweet, man. I love that truck. Truck was a good truck, man. I think I got rid of it with like 105,000 miles on it or so. Still had the original brakes on it and everything. Thing was a stick shift. It was a good truck. But anyways, at the time, I had to get rid of it. I was gonna have my third child, and I couldn't fit in no 3 car seats in the. I already had 2 kids. They were all young. They were still in car seats. I couldn't fit 3 car seats in the back of the Frontier. It's way too small. So I needed something bigger. And my other vehicle at the time, well, my wife's vehicle, or my ex-wife's vehicle, was a '07 Accord, which I drive now. I couldn't fit any 3 car seats in that either. So we ended up, had to get rid of the truck, and I sold it and ended up picking up a 2007 Toyota Sienna van. It was great, man. Anybody who has young kids or whatever, dude, the minivan's the way to go. Some people don't like minivans, but honestly, if you got kids, it's the best way to go. Um, Rolled that thing for a while, and I was driving the Accord, and then we had the family van. And then recently, I ended up going through a divorce, and originally, my wife at the time, she told me she hated the van. She didn't like driving the van, possibly because she didn't get no looks in it. Anyways, she didn't like it, whatever. She told me she didn't like it, so I was assuming I was going to get the van. I was going to take the van. As soon as I told my lawyer I wanted the van, all of a sudden she wanted the van. So I needed another vehicle for my kids because, I got the Accord. It's a great car and everything. but it's just, you know, for long trips and stuff like that, you want to carry a lot of stuff, it's just not practical, so I needed something bigger. So I started searching for another minivan. You know, I was gonna pick up a minivan. You know, they're pretty cheap. You know, used minivan. Started looking around at one of those. Then I started thinking about it. You know, it's like, man, I always wanted a truck. You know, I got rid of my truck, but I always wanted another truck. So started thinking about it. Should I go minivan? Should I go truck? Should I go minivan? Should I go truck? So I was looking at some Siennas, and I was started looking at some Tacomas, because I always wanted a Tacoma too. So I started looking at Tacomas as well, but of course, the trucks are way more expensive than the vans. Um, so I was looking, and looking. I was still debating: should I go truck? Should I go van? Should I go truck? Should I go van? And you know, ended up deciding, you know what? I'm gonna go with the truck. You know, I always wanted a truck. I'm gonna buy another vehicle right now. Why don't I just get another truck? So I started looking at Tacomas, used Tacomas. I still love the Tacoma. Looking around in them, and then one day I took my daughter to go see a used one, just to see her, you know, get her to sit in the back seat and tell me what her thought, because I know they're kind of small in the back. So I wanted to know if it's something, you know, that would even work. You know, we're so used to driving in the minivan, which has a lot of space, and then so I wanted to see if it actually worked. And we went down to a Toyota dealership. They it was actually a new Toyota Tacoma. But, you know, I just sat in it and moved the seat forward, and I had my daughter sit in the back and, you know, tell me what she thought of it. And she's like, oh, it's okay. And then later on, you know, so I was looking for Tacomas, you know, I thought she said it was okay. And then a couple of days later, I talked to her again. She's like, you know what? It is kind of small back there. Maybe we need something bigger. So then that's when I decided, you know what? The only thing bigger than that would be a Tacoma, or a Tundra, I'm sorry. So then I took them to another dealership to have them sit in the back of a Tundra. So we sat in the back of one, and they were like, yeah, this has plenty of space. And they do. They have hella space in the back. So then there we go. I started shopping for a Tundra. And then after a while, after searching and searching, I looked at quite a few, you know, really disappointed, and prices are just outrageous on these trucks. I ended up finding one I liked. It's an '08 Tundra Crewmax Limited. It's a nice truck, and I'm happy that I got it. Hopefully it serves me well. But that's it. That's the whole reason why I ended up getting the Tundra. Needed that extra space. I wanted a truck, and, you know, the Tundra just fit. Toyotas are great too, so hopefully I'll be well taken care of with this truck. Well, that's it, guys, man. Thanks for checking me out. Subscribe if you like it. I'll have more videos on here. I'm discuss the process that I went through to buy the vehicle, and just some simple stuff, some stuff I'm going to add on to the vehicle. I'm going to add those videos as well. All right, guys. Peace out.